we live in a world where everything is easy. Everything is so accessible. So people are superficial. Even a lot of conversations, they're very superficial, no? How many people don't resonate with most people? Show of hands. Exactly, that's why you're in this room. The 3-step success formula. And I call this model the mechanics of daily heroism. And it's the 3-step success formula. We live in a world of superficiality. This is so important. Most people in business are very superficial. They don't prepare very much before a meeting. If there's a new project, they don't read 17 books. They do a quick search. You know what I mean? Everything is very light. It's very superficial. Before the big event, it's superficial. The way they look at their diet is superficial. The way that they think about their life and their values, superficial. It's because we live in a world where everything is easy. Everything is so accessible. So people are superficial. Even a lot of conversations, they're very superficial, no? How many people don't resonate with most people? Show of hands. Exactly, that's why you're in this room. I can't do superficial. I can't do a cocktail party. I need depth. And so we live in a world of superficiality. You know, if you ask some people, what's your 5-year vision? I don't know. Good question. You ask some people, not judging, just sharing. What are your top 5 values? I don't know. I've never thought about that. You ask people, what are your routines on the day that you're on fire creatively and productivity? They don't know. You ask people, what was the best day of your life? I don't know. You ask people, what do you want to stand for when you're no longer here? I don't know. You ask people, what is the nutrition that when you're running that protocol, you have massive energy? I don't know. Have I made the point?
Yes.
It's a very light-hearted approach. Now, if you study geniuses, they're not superficial, they're granular. The way an NHL player, the way he's gonna do the laces, the way Picasso prepared the tools, the way Steve Jobs wanted the icons on the iPhone to be so pristine, users would want to lick the screen. Just, are your products so good that your users want to lick your products? And if you're your product, then I don't know what to say, but I mean, if you study genius, the Orson Welles documentary, his amazing movie was rejected and hacked up, like I said. And he wrote and they threw him off the lot. And he wrote a 51-page memo to the studio chiefs saying, here's what needs to happen at the ending. 51 pages. That's all I need to say. 51 pages, no money. He was thrown off the movie. Could have mired in rejection. He was so invested in his artistry, in the craft, in the product. He wrote a 51-page memorandum. Here's the lighting. Here's the way the camera needs to look. Here's the shot. And they showed it in the documentary, all his notes. That is what geniuses do. And let me ask you, how many people in the world are operating like this? One in millions. It's never been so easy to dominate your industry. Never been so easy. Never been so easy to change the world. Because so few people are doing it. The two dominant themes, the collective deprofessionalization of business and the mass mediocratization of humanity. People are addicted to their white screens. There are people in Silicon Valley who are now admitting the whole goal was to create a dopamine rush so people would become addicted to the technology. I love technology. I love it. It allows me to influence and serve and build a movement and all those things. It's a great servant. It's a terrible master. And it's really sad to see kids and women and men addicted to technology, not being present, not exploiting their potential, not doing masterful work, not loving life, not serving the world. It's a great crime against humanity. And it's happening more than ever before. And I believe it's happening to the majority of people. And so people are just in such superficiality when it comes to their craft, when it comes to the way that they're living. And I want you to start thinking about this word granularity. The 51-page memo. When you do your work or that big project that is going to allow you to revolutionize your field, sweat the tiniest of details. Let's call it the 4 rivers philosophy. The 4 rivers philosophy. In Piazza Navona, which is a square in Rome, I believe it's one of the most beautiful squares in the world. I saw one of my friends on social media from Italy. Is she here? Of course, the one person I pick isn't. Oh, hey, how are you? You're AZ Italy or something, right? Nice to see you. So where are you from? You're not from Rome, though. Huh? You're Iranian originally. Okay. So, but you live in Italy? And where do you live in Italy? Parma, where the ham is from. Hey, fantastic. So it was wonderful to have you here. So you're not from Rome, but I don't know if you've been to Piazza Navona, but in the center there is a sculpture by Bernini called the 4 Rivers. And what made the 4 Rivers, I believe, a masterpiece is when it got really hard, when it could have been you could just finish it, he went longer and made it world class. And what I'm saying is, what makes a masterpiece is the tiniest of details. What makes a masterpiece is how you finish the work that you're doing. And that's all about granularity. And so what we're going to focus on, the 3-step success formula, is simply this. With better awareness, you will be able to make better choices. And with better choices, you're going to see better results. It's really that simple. With better awareness of how geniuses think and work, you will then tomorrow be able to make better choices. And as you start making better choices, you're going to see better results.